Hi beauties, welcome back to another video. It's your girl Chanel and I'm so excited to be back. I'm home from Trinidad and I posted that video refreshed, refocused. I created a list of some things that I really wanted to come on here and speak about, and being in this space of creativity and connectivity with my craft and what I want to express and share and learn about. I wanted to come back and just get right to it. So in this video, I'm going to be discussing a few harsh truths in reality that many people, many women, single mothers, experience when you are elevating in your life and when you're changing and growing. Some things that you notice about how people treat you and what you have to just continuously stay focused and overcome. A lot of decision making has to happen. So let's get into it. I hate saying this because sometimes it sounds so obnoxious to talk about, oh, people are jealous and they're just jealous of me or they're worried about me. But in reality, a lot of people are worried about other people. Like at work, I see it and I hear it. And I've experienced it. And it's really not always other women who I experience it from. I experience it from men. And it's a jealousy of where you are in your life. And not that they can't get there, but it's some weird connection as to, I met you at this certain level and you've come and grown to a different level, a different mindset. And like they can't get over the fact that you are in a different space and you're a different person. You have changed and you have evolved. Even how you speak to them, how you respond. And even if it's not all the time perfect, you're trying to be and stand still in a certain place in your life. And it just is disheartening sometimes that people want you to revert back to a certain person that you were before, and they want to get a certain reaction out of you. They want you to be still in a foggy headed mess. The thing about it is that we are all at different stages in our lives, and I wasn't always at this place in my life. But when I was not in this place and I saw other people who were in a different mindset and they thought differently and experienced the world differently and spoke differently, I always admired it, and I always said that is something I want to work on. I still do that to this day. My reaction is never to be jealous of a person, but to always look at it and say, I want to take that. I want to see how I can incorporate that more into my life. I have somebody that I work with right now, and I love how she handles negativity. I love how she takes it, listens to it, doesn't get too riled up about it, see what she could do about it, and that's it. And then sometimes she laughs it off. Laughing it off. And I see why she does that. At first I was like, why is she laughing everything off? And it's not to say that you think things are literally funny, but you can't take on people's energy all the time. So sometimes it's a little bit of a LOL. I started this YouTube and I am by no means any big YouTube person, but I take this craft very seriously. I love this. I enjoy every aspect of it. I enjoy recording. I enjoy editing. I have immersed myself into educating myself to the best that I can about everything, because I have a message that I want to share. I have people I want to connect to. There's a community that I don't see on here that I would like to build. Not just single mothers who are upset and always looking at what is negative in men. That is not what my focus is. My focus is just how we keeping ourselves sane, building ourselves up to be the best people we need to be, the healthiest people we need to be for ourselves and for our kids. And whatever blessings come along with that, that is a plus. So in doing that, I have seen the hate, the jealousy. I wouldn't even say it's just jealousy. It's also hate that I am putting myself into a position to do something so positive. I mean, I don't want to live any other way. It's actually pretty nice feeling like this. And I encourage you all to continuously try to do that. I feel whole. Not to sound morbid, but if anything was to happen to me, I think I would be leaving both my children with a fond, great memory of who their mother is. And I do believe that there are people who cannot say the same thing, and therefore they hate or are jealous that you're in that space. And I'm going to stay in that space, and no one will come around me, and I'm not going to allow any energy in my life to distract me of that at all. At all. I'm not in a relationship. I have to do a lot by myself. I do a lot by myself, and I'm still very happy. And some people are actually shocked. That is also very interesting, of how people are shocked of how happy I am. But I just am. Life's good, and it's Ramadan. That's even more exciting. What to do about it? Distance yourself. Create a safe distance from these people. It's not to say that you cut them off. My blockade used to be strong, but I stopped blocking. I try not to block. But distance yourself from people who don't give you what you deserve to get. It's that simple. I don't have any lingering emotions. Anyone that knows me knows exactly how I feel about them. If there's a situation, they know exactly what I feel about the situation. And therefore, if you come across this line with the same nonsense, you're going to hear exactly what I said before. So I really stick with my sternness and my boundaries of what I don't do with. People like to remind us of where we came from, and how bad we were as people in the past. And I'm here to say, we're not playing that game. You're not playing that with me, right? And I don't think any of you should take that. We all have a past. We all did things that were not great. No one is perfect. No one was ever perfect. But as we grow, we want to leave certain things alone. If someone is constantly throwing things into your face, if they don't want to let go of something that you used to say or used to do. Now, don't get me wrong. We need to take accountability for what we have done and what we have said, actions we've taken, how we've treated people. Take accountability for what we've done, but don't keep throwing that in my face. Dating. You may have been dating people in a very careless manner in the past, and now you're not, right? Your choice is a little bit differently these days, and they may say, well, she likes to do this and she likes to do that, or she used to do, the type of guy she likes, but you're not even there anymore. Why we keep talking about that? Or maybe you were always the outside girl, right? You like a party. There's nothing wrong with going out, but maybe you liked it too much. Some people who can't handle their liquor, and they always ended up on the floor in their 20s and early 30s. Or you driving and drinking and driving, doing reckless things, but you're not in that space anymore. But they want to keep bringing up the stories because to them it's funny. To them, it's something to keep you in the space of, let me tell you who you really are. Oh, you think you've grown? Well, let me just keep reminding you of who you are. I would cut you off so fast. Just saying. Or even overweight, right? For instance, I used to be heavier, and somebody who is my ex said to me, "Oh, you think because you're losing weight, you something, huh?" Now, I always thought I was something. What? Because I'm taking care of myself and I want to be healthy for myself and my kids. That is what you do. That is what you say. Man, listen. Don't play with low vibrational people. I remember I dated this guy. His name was Ty. Somebody that I knew from when I was younger. So he's about maybe 5 years older than me. And we was in this music thing together. And fast forward, we reconnected. And we reconnected after my divorce. And it was somebody I always had a crush on. So we talked, whatever. Saw each other. But I was at a certain place in my life. Didn't treat him correctly. I didn't respond. And I was also dating somebody else, and I was going through things after the divorce that I didn't realize I had. My daughter was 1 year old. Was going through postpartum depression, and I could not handle him. And even if it was to say, like, I don't think now is the time, I wasn't mature enough to even say that. I just ghosted the situation. And sometimes I think, like, it's not just guys, girls do this as well. But he wrote me a message that I will never forget. The message basically said, like, I was messed up, and you're not on my same frequency, you're low vibrational. And I was like, ah. But at the time I was like, you're right. Like, I knew I was low vibrational at that time, and I accepted it, and I never said anything. Something tragic happened within his life, and I saw it on Facebook, and I reached out, and I was like, and I have that message right here. Like, that message, guys, I have it. So it said, because I really, truly, since I was 18, 19, looked up to him, and I had love for the guy. So I said, I'm so sorry for your loss. I sent you my love, and if you ever need anything, I'm here. Do you know what his response was? And I'm going to say this because this is to teach people a lesson. It's right here. This is the message. I appreciate you. LOL. Honestly, still the only person to ever one night stand and ghost me. I'm not exactly inspired to call for a shoulder, a burger, or a Bentley. But again, I appreciate the intended energy. When I read that, if I didn't feel okay. But then I said, anytime, I'm still here. And I do apologize for that. I was not in the best space mentally. Please accept my apology. And then he sent the prayer hands and no worries. I needed that. And I'm glad he said that to me. And I guess that is something that'll, like, I couldn't say, hey, I'm in a good place and I'm single. No. I think that's done. And he's a writer. He writes for big celebrities, John Legend and stuff like that. Like, he's really good, because that's how we met, when I was doing music and he was doing music. And he's very talented. Such a good person from since I was younger. I just thought he was always such a great person. But again, I wasn't in the right space to even welcome that type of relationship, or even to look into something like that. And I basically treated him like crap, and he told me about myself not once but twice, and I still keep it as a reminder. I keep it as a reminder to humble myself. He has no idea how much those words has stuck with me and has helped me to become a better person. No idea. So if you ever see this, Ty, thank you. Next thing will be in dating, right? The standards of love is not enough. I am so sick of the, well, all we need is love. And no, we don't just need love. Love is not enough. And consistent communication is what is necessary. That's number one. Respect, loyalty. These are different things that is definitely hard to find. Listen, people being even ready for relationships. I feel like, don't even speak to me or try to talk to me if you're not ready for that. I am not grown. I'm a grown woman. You have to be mentally ready to give what it takes to be in a serious relationship if you're going to talk to me. And if not, it's okay. Just please don't. And I feel like if we as women or men have those type of standards, you will be much happier. Now, your dating pool will be smaller, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. I'm so okay with that. I am okay with the dating pool being smaller. I'm okay with it having to take longer, because I know what I get will be exactly what I want and what I need. You know, some people have a hard time dating people who forces them to look at themselves in a mirror. And if I consistently look at myself in the mirror, oh partner, you're gonna do the same thing. And if that's not something you choose to do, if there's no higher being that you connect with, if all you want to do is outside stuff, you're not for me and I'm not for you. Don't get me wrong, I like a little outside party, but not consistently. And if that's your priority, well then definitely we're not on the same page. So whatever it is, know yourself, know what it is you want, consistently say that, and give somebody the benefit of the doubt once. But if I give it to you twice and we nearing 40, then it is what it is. And one thing I've learned, my goodness, just because somebody is a great father doesn't mean they're a great husband. I dated somebody last year. He was a great father. And being that I'm having that type of issue with my son's father, right? You know, with him being present, it was refreshing. But that doesn't mean they have the knowledge or the bandwidth to then pour into you. And they may not care to even learn how to exercise that. So it's one thing to not have it, right? But if you're not putting in the time to research and understand what it is to be somebody's husband in the near future, then it's not going to have a strong foundation. The foundation cannot be the kids, especially being that we don't have kids together. It's so what am I getting? What am I getting? You understand what I'm trying to say? And just recently I've met somebody and he sounds like the same thing, a great father. But I don't know if he understands how to be a great partner. Great person. And these are great men. They're great people. But they just don't know. They don't know. And it's like little things that you listen to and you understand and you hear. Like I listen a lot. And I'm like, oh yeah, I don't know yet. And that's okay. That's okay. They will soon, hopefully, if that's what they want. But you can't put yourself in a position to keep staying around that type of lazy energy or lack thereof of consistently and persistence. If it's not there, then it's just not there. So you create your guidelines, you create your standards, and therefore it'll give you more connection, more peace, more joy. So the next thing I would say is having a classy lifestyle. So when I say this, I don't mean just fashion, because most of my wear is not the classical look. It's just not. I consider myself more of a sporty, casual, laid back type of look. That is just who I am. Of course, I dress it up some and I dress it down some other times. But when I say classy, I'm talking about in speech, in organization. There's so many compartments and departments in your life that makes you this classy person. It's not just having trousers or work pants on, like to make you look classy with a nice bag and a trench coat. It's what else builds into that. When you go to work, are you organized? Are you organized at home? Do you have routines that you stick by? Not just skincare. What about your health? Is your health intact? You know, talking about classy, but you're eating sloppy burgers all the time and your cholesterol and high blood pressure is up and foggy headedness. Are we taking time to actually take care of ourselves? I think all of that encompasses being classy, and that is what my goal is. I'm not saying I'm perfectly where I want to be, I'm not perfect at all, but I'm saying I'm not exactly where I want to be, and I'm working towards it. But knowing where I want to be is important, and knowing where you want to be is important, and thinking about all those different parts of your life. The more you grow is the more glow you would have. The more polished and refined you keep yourself is the closer you're going to be to achieving this goal. Your integrity, the responsibility that you keep, the conversations that you hold, not having to say a curse word every minute, knowing how to communicate how you feel, knowing how not to roll your eyes whenever you really do feel like rolling your eyes. Good posture. Like, these are little things that I am trying to be mindful of and work on. You know, I'm not saying these are the exact same things that you need to do it, but these are different options that can help you be a little bit more refined and classy. And number 5, your circle becoming smaller. As your waistline gets smaller, but I'm not joking. When you start taking care of your body, when you start taking care of your mind, it seeps into every other little thing. It seeps into so many different parts of your life. No joke. When your waistline becomes smaller, so does other things. Losing friends and family members. That's okay. In the past few years, it has happened. And it's not something drastic. It's not something crazy. No big fight. When you see how people move and you hear how people move, just make distance and cut things off. I know how to block. And yes, I've tried not to do that. You know, I'm still working on it. But in some cases, you do have to do it. You have to protect your peace. And sometimes only having certain people around you helps that. Now, I'm not saying that you still don't have like co-workers or other friends that you go out with and you hang out with here and there. But your immediate circle, keep it small. And keep your circle with people you can see yourself with for years. Anybody that doesn't serve you where you are, they need to be let loose. Not just a man, anyone. You are starting a new life, a new spiritual life. You are doing something for work. People can't understand. People don't want to accept your boundaries. Cut it off. If people just keep coming to you with negative energy, cut it off. Not just a man. We get so caught up in just cutting off a man we're talking to. What about friends or family members that's not bringing in positive energy? Listen, my cut off hand is strong, you know. I'm serious. Protect it. I gotta have the right thoughts and energy for my kids first, not anybody else. So these were the 5 harsh truths that we need to be very versed in and understand that when we are elevating, these are things that we need to be very mindful of and we need to work on. And it's not going to always be fun to do these things at first. It's not going to be fun for everybody around us, but it's going to give us the peace and the focus that we need in order to continue on our journeys. So if you're on a journey like I am, if you love talking about these things, if you love sharing, if you love connecting, if you love helping each other grow, please share this video. Please comment below. There are not many of these out there where we are women who are single mothers and are figuring things out and trying to make sure that we are in the best spaces or trying to get to that best space and strategies that we're using. Please share this video to anybody that you know that can learn from it and anybody that you know that would like to connect with me. I would like to do a video with some of you out there. Maybe we could do like a little podcasty type thing on this topic. You can DM me on Instagram at I am Miss Trini. I'll leave it down below. You can find me on Facebook, Chanel Caraballo. My name is in here. Leave a comment down below. I would like to seriously connect and get something started. We could do it virtually. We could do it in person. But I want us, women who are of the same, to get together to share these ideas, these thoughts, and these experiences. Sometimes, along with therapy, yes, therapy is great. Sometimes speaking to one another who are of the same is very important. People who are on a journey, sometimes you feel like sometimes you feel like you're by yourself on a journey because you have no one around that is in the same pool as you. So community is very important to me, and if it's important to you, let's connect. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next one.